from Psalm 105, verse 1. And it says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people." So, with that, just taking a look at this, like I said, this opening scripture is always to refocus us and just help us give a pause for a moment and to get our heads back in the right place to think about God, just to think about God because He has said so much and He desires so much for us. So we get so busy and bombarded with life that we gotta remember. We have to remember. So it says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord." So it just says, "Give thanks to the Lord," and it doesn't say why. It doesn't say, because He has done this, because He's done that. Even though if we don't have to look far to that He is worthy, you know, just of thanks of all that we have, of all of our praise, of all of our adoration. He's worthy of our worship. But here it says, just give thanks to the Lord. And even with that, I'm sure we can all attest to it that we've been there and we've seen others go there, just taking credit for stuff that you probably couldn't have done on your own, but you in your mind and in all of our minds, somehow we justify and find a way to thank ourselves. But this says here, give thanks unto the Lord. And it says, call upon his name. As we know, there are many gods, okay? But call upon his name. All right. We don't want to attribute anything else to anyone else, except our God. And as we go through the scriptures tonight, hopefully we'll see, why this starts out, with, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord," like why he's worthy of that. So make known his deeds among the people. So everybody, it doesn't even matter, what people, not just, in the household of faith, but, all people make known his deeds, make known the things that he has done. I was just sitting here, actually driving home today, just thinking about, all the things that God has done in my life, even just recently, small little things, because I do try to talk to him about everything. As much as I can think of, just start talking to him about it. And I was telling him that I never met any of my father's biological family while in, the neighborhood that we all grew up in. And like a couple of weeks ago, about almost 2 weeks ago, one guy walked in towards the end of the night. I think we were almost done cooking and everything at the fish fry. And he just started talking about himself, who his family was. And I'm standing there, and a couple other people, and come to find out he was actually related to me, part of my father's biological family. So that really was, an answer to prayer. And like I say, a small thing. Nothing major. It wasn't anything that would determine whether or not I lived or died, but it was something that God cared about to answer for me. So I'm thankful for that. So I give thanks to the Lord for that. And then last week, a former coworker, like that I started teaching with, I hadn't seen her in probably almost 20 years, 21 years. Sorry, like 22 years, because this is my 25th year teaching. So like over 22 years, and not knowing, that we had been in each other's presence almost weekly for the last year. So that was a tremendous blessing to me. Once again, a small thing, nothing that would determine whether I would live or die, or whether I would eat tonight or any other night, but just a small thing that I had talked to God about. That happened. Like I said, we had been in each other's presence. I'm talking about like shoulder to shoulder, and I didn't know it was her. She didn't know it was me. So just like once again, the small things. He cares about everything, all the little details, all the things that we would overlook. That we take for granted. That when we go to sleep tonight, the sun will come up in the morning. All those little things. He's worthy of thanks and praise for all those things. And then one other thing that I was thinking about in the car is just hugs that I get from the students at my schools. Like that never happened at the school that I just left. I mean, yeah, I did have some students that would write kind notes and things like that, but it's like these hugs are just coming out of nowhere, like all the time, you know. And even one girl just hugged me, was like, "I like you." So it was just those little things that made me feel welcomed, you know, in the place where I work, not just from, you know, my coworkers, because I usually do get along well with my coworkers, but it's just, you know, the community that we serve. I feel like that is also important. That's vital to our success and vital to my comfort in the workplace. So just to go back there and experience that, because I feel like that is the place where God wants me to be. Even before I ever went there, I felt that. And that's why I even applied there in the first place, because I felt that was where God wanted me to be. So so it feels like this a time of coming home. So, you know, for that, you know, I give God thanks. Thanks. Okay. Did either one of you have anything that you wanted to give thanks for, that you're thankful for?
I mean, I know you spoke about school and students, but like I'm just thankful for a new school year, new beginnings. For like I keep thinking about the little ones like Corey and Nyla and Amar and Dawson. Just thankful like that they get another year, you know, to do it again, to get it right, to do it better. You know, they're so young. Like they have their whole lives ahead of them. So I'm just like thankful that they get a chance to do it better than they did the year before.
I'm thankful just to be here.
Yeah, definitely thankful for the opportunity to be where I'm at right now. Thankful that we got good kids and that have their hearts open to learn, and you know, haven't given us any trouble through this new transition. They are really good kids, so blessed.
Well, we already went over verse 1. Psalm 105, verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people. So Psalm 105, verse 2. Sing unto him, psalms unto him, talk ye of all his wondrous works. So once again, it's just reiterating that point. You know, if you notice in the Psalms, these are believed to be written by King David, who was, you know, as we mentioned, Solomon's father, considered in the Bible, even though he sinned and fell, you know, short of the glory of God, and as we all do, but he was considered a man after God's own heart. So, you know, in aspiring to be something, then, you know, like you would want that, you know, that's something you would want to be known for, a man after God's own heart. So, sing unto him, sing psalms unto him, talk ye of all his wondrous works. So, of all the things that he has done, like I said, you know, we fully expect, you know, that the sun will rise in the morning. We expect it to be there. Or if we get up before the sun rises, we expect that shortly thereafter, the sun will rise. Once again, that's not something to be taken for granted. That's because of the goodness of God. You know, so sing unto him. The song, like even the song I sent out this morning, you know, you're a good father. That's who you are. I picked that song because I try to always sing songs, especially during my prayer time, where I'm singing to God and not just singing about God. It makes a difference in your thinking and how you really, I'm gonna say in your thinking, because it's more of a prayer. It's more, you know, it's like it's going out to him. You know, it's to him, because like it says here, sing unto him. It doesn't say sing about him. Okay. Sing psalms unto him. So basically that's also talking about our relationship. So it's helping us. Yeah, like helping us, you know, even though it's building that relationship, it's helping us to be more conscious and aware of him. So even think about that. Well, no matter what kind of song you listen to, you know, see if it's a song, you know, that's singing to him, not just about him, but also to him. He loves to hear from you. He loves to hear from us. Talk ye of all his wondrous works. So glory ye in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. You know, so it's just, you know, further going on. Like I said, David was considered a man after God's own heart. So he's telling us, he's writing the script for us. You know, glory ye in his holy name. You got to know his holy name. You got to know his holy name. And then let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. So be glad, in him. Be glad in him. Okay. And it's just, in that seeking, because when you seek, the Bible says that you're going to find, and could we ever stop seeking? We could, but will we ever attain, the end goal? Could we ever get it all? No, we can't. Not until he reveals it to us. All right. So in our lifetime, we got plenty to do, never out of anything to do, because if we're seeking, like I said, you can't come to the end of that. You can't come to the end of the wisdom of God. You can't come to the end of the knowledge of God. So, and even in that, you're learning so much, you're encountering so much, even just with him, just to be in the presence of God, that it never gets old. It just doesn't, and you see that you are growing and changing. It's uncovering, like as you seek, it's uncovering what's inside of you, what God desires you to be, how he desires you to be, what he desires you to think, what he desires you to say. So all of that comes, from your seeking. Then here again in verse 4, seek the Lord, seek him. Don't seek for something else, seek him. Be that person after God's own heart, and his strength, seek his face. In prayer, a lot of times, I remember this when I first started, like really going to church. You'll hear people say all the time, don't seek his hand, seek his face, because so you're not looking to him for what he can give you, but you seek his face. You're seeking for a relationship. Like, I want to talk to somebody. You've gone to someone before. You're like, no, I want to talk to him face to face. So that's that same kind of thing. You want to talk to them face to face. You want to look in his eyes. You want to be heard and understood, and you want to hear and understand. It's the same thing, that same relationship. So you walk away with more clarity than you had when you came. So seek his face evermore. So without stopping, like I said, you could never come to the end of the wisdom or the end of the knowledge of God. So there's always something to do. Nobody should ever be bored, because there's literally always something to do. Seek God.